Hi, I'm Doug Lubic. I'm a partner with the Willents firm practicing in the corporate and transactional area. Going into business for yourself is very exciting, and as you can see from the other video clips on this website, there are a lot of opportunities and pitfalls for the small business owner. Frequently, people want to go into business with another person, whom I will call a partner, to share the work or to provide money or guidance to the business. Often such a partner is a relative or a friend. This opens up many legal issues that you should consider with your partner, such as who is in charge of the business, what salaries will be paid, what work is expected of the partners, when the business can borrow money, and when the business can be sold. Believe me, it's much easier to discuss these important issues with your partner up front rather than waiting for a dispute to arise. The law allows you to have a written agreement with your partner to address these and other issues. The agreement may be called an operating agreement, a shareholders agreement, partnership, buy-sell, joint venture agreement. If you have a dispute with your partner but do not have such an agreement in place, the law will provide resolutions which you may or may not like. Here's an example. Many business people assume that the equal ownership of two partners obligates them to supply equal amounts of work and money to the business. The law, however, does not require this. If you have an understanding about this kind of equal effort, you must have a written agreement with your partner. Similarly, business people often assume that a partner cannot transfer his or her ownership in the business. Again, the law does not insist on this. If you want to prevent a partner from transferring his or her ownership in the business to another person or from leaving it to his family on death, you must have a written agreement. If you do not, you may end up in a business with a stranger who will be able to make decisions, work or not work, and collect an equal share of the profits of the business. Going into business with a friend or relative is a special situation because a disagreement over the business may result in a lost friend or a disruption in your family. Suppose that you work in a business that you own with your brother and he dies. Without an agreement, his widow would become an owner of the business, whether or not she knows anything about the business and whether or not she's able to work for the business. An agreement giving you the right to buy out your brother's interests for a fair amount of money would allow you to control whether or not you go into business with your sister-in-law. Remember that people do change, and a business partner who is reasonable and fair now may not be that way in the future. We can help you ask the right questions, come to fair answers, and document the result. Having a written agreement in place will avoid many potential problems and will let you focus on the running of your business. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call at 732-855-6408 or email me at dlubic@wellens.com. Thank you.